And welcome back after a few weeks. Been busy, been away, but we are back. It is early June. Everyone's been working in the garden in my absence and doing very well, so I'm just sort of here, and we got folks out there. We have squash like crazy in Wise hands. We have Grayson over there watering in the distance. We have all sorts of weeds and carrots and things being investigated by Rick and Suzanne and Emma, and there are more people on the way too. In the meantime, a quick tour. So as you can see, the roses are doing well as always over here. It's quite lovely. We got some of the smaller bushes really putting out a lot right here. And then we've got the other things here too. And
baby shark, baby shark, baby shark, mama shark, mama shark, mama shark, daddy shark, shark, daddy shark, daddy shark. You can move on anytime. It's a very long song.
see, I was waiting to see who would wear out who first there, and they kind of confessed, so that means I can move on while they continue to sing. Anyway, so as you can see, plenty of roses, lots of growth here. Society garlic doing well down there, and just plenty to be taken for right here too. So we'll be claiming more of that. We'll come back to the sound effects over there later, but that can be in the background. So over here, we've got, as you can see, some of the flowers coming out with here with the nice purple flowers here, some of which have already come out, some of which have already, well, dried up, but what can you do? The edamame down here doing extremely well. We have the transplanted, or the sort of like, you know, extra tomatoes doing extremely nicely too. So everything's starting to grow up. It's been, as I said, 3 weeks, so I'm not too surprised to see everything going along here. This batch of edamame is sort of the one that's been sort of struggling. Clearly the batch that was over here is the one to go with, so we'll keep that in mind for planning for the future. But still, it's coming along as it is, even if the bugs really like them. Over here, as you can see, the squash is just essentially taken over the middle as Grayson does things. I can't help them, they're beyond help. Anyway, as you can see down here, just the squash, we have plenty of flowers coming through, so lots and lots of squash will just be coming along over time. Claiming a couple of ones earlier. Whoops, sorry, that finger there. And you can see more growth down there, sort of tucked away. There'll be more along, so this will be producing for a long time to come. It'll be quite a success. One of the little tomato transplants doing there. And also we have some growth over here too. Looks like a lot of the growth that we plant here, just these beds just aren't taking it otherwise. So at least we got a little something going in here, but it's kind of otherwise. The major tomato growth right here, as you can see, the Tree Central ones. Lots of blooms, lots of things, so we'll hopefully gain lots of fruit here. It's just doing successfully well, and there'll be more to come. So we'll see where that goes there, being very well watered. The edamame over here, I should say, no, this is not edamame. This is these are bush beans, rather, that are growing. We've just added the poles here to give the vines something to hold on to. They're doing extremely well. Over here, meanwhile, the rosemary is still coming along. We have some more growth, more blooms, so it'll just sort of keep going as it does. Really nice. Sort of give another view around the way here. As you can see, keep doing very well indeed. So this whole thing is all just coming along extremely nicely. And hey, mutant death carrot. That's quite something. So a lot of green, but not much root. So that's one of those things that we'll have to watch out for. As you can see, some of the other newer carrot growth right here, so we'll see where that goes in the future. Down here, more of the bush beans. Taking off the cages here, so there have been some bugs at them, but that's the nature of the organic garden. But they seem to be doing very well. A few last radishes, still clinging on. This area here not doing as well as we'd hoped. It's another one of those things where it just seems to be a little undergrowth. But nonetheless, over here, as you can see, besides those flowers there, we do have down there that other tomato plant. So, hey, we'll never say no to more tomatoes. Always a lovely thing. Meanwhile, the artichokes, which you remember were kind of a disaster when we had last chance to look at them, trimmed a lot of it away. Pretty much a lot of it gone. But as you can see, some new growth right there and there. And most notably right here. So even though it's starting all over again, essentially, the fact is it is starting, and so that maybe give it a chance to sort of like come back a bit. So we'll see where it takes us there. Otherwise, we're just keeping an eye on everything. More watering to do, more people to join us. it is great to see. We're moving into June. There will be even more growth to come. There might not be much more in the way of planting, but there will certainly be just even more things to see. It'll be lovely to see how this grows here over the next few months and what we actually all claim from it. So with that, pitch in and do some help here. Great to give you the update as always. One last victory sign from Grayson over there. And I'll talk to you all soon next time. See you all next week.